Well, as you know, this is a celebration of...
Welcome to the Bob Marley celebration, and we are at Christiania TV, and it's all good. The musicians are ready, you know, they've all tuned up the instruments and everything, and in the studio we have none other than Mad Professor and Sparky Rugged.
Hello
from
there.
London. So we got a London thing going on in the studio. Welcome to Denmark.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to
nice
Denmark. Yes,
yes.
Rastafari.
Nice
okay, let's kick off because it's reggae we're dealing with. So we're gonna do a Bob Marley code type of thing. I'm gonna call out some tune and I'm gonna let you talk a little about that. How? Let's say small acts. Who wants to go first?
Well, small acts immediately. You have to think Lee Perry.
Give thanks and praise.
Because Lee Perry is the one who produced it, and he produced it at the time when Bob was looking for a different sound, and he came across Scratch. And the first two tunes they did was Small Axe and Duppy Conqueror, which made a remarkable change from the Studio One stuff he was doing before. You know,
a change in sound,
sound and change in style of singing. Because when he started to work with Lee Perry, he adopted more of a Perry vocal, because Perry wasn't really a singer, so he kind of got this half talking, half singing.
He's trying to get around it, and that create a style.
Yeah, and he copied. I mean, if you really listen to Perry and you listen to Bob, you did like Bob is like a more tuneful Lee Perry.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, that was a remarkable change, and the style of material was also more mystic and more
darker.
Yeah, message music. You know, these are the words of my master. Yeah. You know, it's like more impacting. Whereas before,
assertive.
It was more one love. Let's get together and feel all right.
Why you say Sparky?
Small acts. Funny enough, you say small acts. Me and my professor was speaking about small acts literally a week ago.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because I've got my own rendition on the rhythm, what I'm doing with Mad Professor. So you would hear that this year.
Yes.
So it's just weird to hear you say small acts first, you know?
Well, I've been practicing it.
Yeah.
But you see, the reason why I thought of small acts really is because of what we were talking about before. The business.
Yeah.
Now, I hear that small acts come out of that. If you are the big three, say the big three record companies in Jamaica at the time, and that Lee Perry wasn't a smaller. So it's like if they're the big three with the small acts, apparently come out of a conversation. And where it's actually Peter Tosh who said, if they're the big three, the big three with the small acts. It's a Peter Tosh quote, but Bob wrote the song after that. That's how it's written in certain books. I don't know if that's the truth, but anyway, London now, the business. What can you say about it? Not that I want to push you to say in any direction, but what can you really say about it?
Well, we could only say what is the fact, you know, and that is...
that's what we're looking for.
Even though reggae was created in Jamaica, most of the business was done in London, the real international business. And when the producers and the artists leave Jamaica, there weren't that many places around the world they could go to, but London was happening. You had various record companies, like you had the Trojan, which kind of spring out Island, and then from Trojan you had other things came out, like Palmer, which became Jetstar.
Jetstar, yeah.
So, you know, London was the center. All the hottest producers, 90, The Observer, Harry J, Joe Gibbs, Coxon, all of them went to London to actually sell records and to promote their music. So London became the center. It wasn't like now we have like a lot going on in France and even in America. America didn't really want to know reggae. Okay. You know? So London is very important.
So all that music came and it impacted you?
Oh yeah, man.
And
I mean,
then how did it get? Who impacted you the most?
Well, you know, I was at school, so I was soaking in everything.
Even outside of reggae music, like Beatles as well, and.
Well, no.
Was it just like did you selectively go for reggae?
Music in that time was more racially polarized, and if you're black, you would like either Motown, either soul or reggae.
Yeah.
And if you're white, you would like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and Rolling Stones. So it was kind of racially polarized.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you get some black guys who think they're white and they would like Beatles.
Yeah.
But, you know, as a rule, most of us black guys, we were into reggae.
Yeah.
And with a bit of soul like James Brown, so coming in to the thing, or Motown.
Yeah. So did you want to be a singer or a producer or what was it? The sound?
No, I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to, because I'm coming from a technical side, because of electronics, and I started to build my own studio, my own operation, even before I knew what I was doing.
Did you innovate any new sound?
Yeah, you hear it on the records, you know. Certain effects is only, up to now, it's only Ariwa uses those effects, you know.
Yes.
Certain things on the bass and certain frequencies, yeah.
So you have certain things where you keep secret, like your secret...
Trademark.
Yeah.
Secret, what can we say?
Well, it's what it is, and if you...
Secret recipe or secret...
We don't need to tell the world, because we have a history of exploitation, and we really need to watch and see the mistakes we made from the earlies.
So does that mean that as a child you like to take radio apart and see what's in it?
You got it. You got
them type of people.
Break it down.
You got it. Because in our house, there was only like a radiogram and a light bulb. And I wanted to know how everything worked. So I said to my mom, "Where's the man in the radio?"
Yeah.
She said, "There's no man in the radio." And, you know, she was a nurse. So when she went out to work, I go behind the radio with a screwdriver and I start to look for the man.
Look for the man?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And of course, by the time she come home, the back was off, and I got a spanking. So from then on now, she said, "Go to the library, get a book, and read about the radio," which is what I done, which is what put me here today.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Give thanks and praise. Yeah. How about you, the business in London?
London.
From your heart, like...
Yeah, we're Trojans based. Yeah. I come from that same area.
See.
So I live in Harlesden, the Church Road.
Church Road, yeah.
So I grew up around... I had the privilege of having those icon artists around in my life.
Yes, yes.
Like from your Dave Barkers, your Winston Francis, your Owen Gray.
Yeah.
They were always in that area because of Jetstar.
Yeah.
Then you had Live and Love. Yeah, and who else was there? You still have Hawkeye Records. Then you had there was another one. Dub Vendor was there as well.
Dub Vendor was more Ladbroke Grove.
Remember they had one in Craven Park?
No, me never know.
Yeah, man, they had a big one up downstairs from Live and Love, opposite Overtones.
Oh, no, that's not that. You talking about what?
What the name?
What's his name? Patrick Can. Yeah.
So we had a lot of a
lot of record companies.
A lot of record companies, independent companies in my area, and the artists, and growing up, you're around them, you hear music. One of my first songs I sang as a kid, it was by Philip Fraser.
That's
long time singer. He sings with Tristan Palmer. Him and Tristan Palmer. Two veteran singers, so and from there it's just music. Going to school, music,
So did you finish school?
Yeah, I finished school.
Done everything correctly?
Yeah, I finished school, went college.
There was no rebellion in you?
No, well, you do rebel, but...
Within the system.
Yeah.
Did they have a front line in Harlesden like the one they had in Brixton?
Yeah, we had a front line, we had a front line.
Where man just sit down,
Yeah, we had a front line. We used to have one on a road called Fortune Gate Road.
See.
But they have many front lines.
Yeah.
Because it's this way you just chill.
But you never used to go there?
Yeah, you pass through because you know everybody. You know, like you see everybody, you know everybody, and you're young at the time, so
yeah.
You're not a threat to anybody.
Yeah. So you pick up the music after you finish or at the same time?
When I was at school, we built a sound system called Vigilante.
Listen.
We were the younger Java.
Hear that.
Java Nuclear was the elder to us, so we was the younger. So then, when we got of age, we joined up with Java. So at that time, you had Joe 90, President Sass, Commandante.
Yes.
You had Sweetie Irie.
Yes.
Even General Levy. Because me and General Levy was from the same sound, Vigilante.
Okay.
So, yeah, we get older, lyrics them get better.
Yeah.
So the elders them invite you upon the sound. Correct. And you take the invitation.
Yeah, man.
And you deal with the business.
Yes.
But it's Harlesden's very musical. Same as Brixton, because you can go to an area where there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
And then you can go to an area where there's everything going on.
Everything going on. Yeah, it's true. So, yeah. So now then, you talked a little about the business in London. Back to Bob Marley. Like Palmer Records and Bob Marley, was he signed to Palmer?
No. From Bob hit the UK, it was Island Records. Chris Blackwell,
yes,
who was one of the original founders of Trojan, and then he broke off and started Island.
Yes.
His first hit was My Boy Lollipop.
Yes.
And he met Bob in Jamaica, because Blackwell is Jamaican, yes, half English, half Jamaican.
Yes.
So when Bob came, I think he met Bob in Jamaica, and then when Bob came to England, they hooked up, yes, and he organized a tour with Bob and the other original Wailers, Bunny and
Wailers, yes,
and Peter Tosh.
Mm-hmm.
But the tour was hard. Touring in the winter was hard, and then Peter and Bunny dropped out and Bob carried on.
Yes.
And that's when he reformed and brought in like the I-Trees and stuff, and the rest is history, because he, you know, his first proper hit was a live recording based off of that tour, No Woman, No Cry.
Yes.
Live at the Lyceum.
Yes.
And I remember just out of school kind of going to those shows, and you know, it was such a different sound, you know, from General.
From General
reggae.
Sound, yes.
Because at that time, everybody thought the first reggae superstar would have been John Holt.
Oh,
because, yeah,
his sound was refined.
Well, John Holt was more, it was polished.
Polished, yeah.
People thought, well...
And there was a plan, yeah.
Well, everybody thought that the white people, the mainstream market, would prefer a more polished reggae, you know. Yeah. Things like Help Me Make It Through the Night.
And from what I hear, there was a lot of money pushed into.
Yeah. You know, it kind of hit. But then when Bob came along from a different angle, people couldn't believe it, because he was rough and he was like social, political, and everybody expected that the mainstream market would have rejected that, because it was too confrontational.
Yes.
And to some extent they rejected it, but because it was coming from Blackwell and the whole rock scene, and So it started to get through. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, they had a strategy and they had a recipe that worked out.
Yeah, and you saw in like that Lyceum show in 74, it was like 40% black people, whereas original Whalers, it would have been like 80-90% black people.
Yes. Okay.
By the time he came again now, it was 75, and he played Rainbow.
Yeah.
When he played Rainbow, it
Rainbow
was
77.
Yeah, but the first Rainbow was before then. Yeah. It was like 80% white people.
Yes. This makes me, reminds me of when Prince Buster now came over and they were doing with the ska and the punks. I mean, the stories that he tells about the reaction, because you saying that when Bob came with his message, you'd have expected that the people would reject it. Instead, they were drawn to it. Prince Buster was saying something about when he was performing and he was saying these things, the reaction that the crowd was going through is like he was wondering, like, what am I doing? Why are they going crazy? What's happening? And Bunny Wailer also talks about, like, it seems like the more they actually talked about slavery, the more the people wanted to hear the truth. It's like a certain hunger for a truth that bring it any which way, we're just ready for the truth now because people were drawn to it.
Yeah.
And that's probably the whole thing about this reggae thing is that...
Well, it's something, sadly, a lot of reggae artists don't understand.
See.
Yeah, they don't understand that you just have to be yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't try to paint a different picture.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that Bob scored with, that he was just being himself.
Yes.
And if you listen to a lot of his interviews, his attitude is more or less, boy, for so, who don't like it, them could left it.
Yeah.
You know, he never lick ass.
Yeah. And that was appealing to a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't get a chance to be themselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you take it or you left it.
Yeah.
And up to now, that's the problem with even a lot of present-day artists who feel that they have to lick the ass of the mainstream people to get through. But then they're so hungry that they just feel that's the only way.
Wow.
Yeah, then dangle a carrot and then go running.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after all that experience, what you got for us tonight, music-wise?
Well, it's Bob Marley birthday party, so we're gonna play some different Bob Marley. We've got Sparky Rugged.
Have you been preparing for it for a while, like with the thought of like, yo, it's Bob Marley, let me do an extra, or is it like...
But I've got a lot of Bob stuff that masters and remixes and mixes, so, you know. It's there. It's something I do. I mean, I just come back from Mexico, and one night I started to play Bob Marley, and I thought, let me get them one tune, and I had to get them about 10 tunes that
because
that was in Mexico, so it's always there. We could fish out some Bob.
And you ready to really deal with?
If I'm ready, tonight's gonna be wonderful.
So if I just say any song from the set list right now, which one would it be in your head right now?
Right now, Born by the Speaker Box, because
yeah,
you know, the message is there because most of us born by the speaker box where sweet music is always being played.
Yeah. You take a different man. It's like man started out by saying, I was born by the river.
That's it. That's
it. Little time, so was born by the speaker box.
Yeah. With the sweet reggae music playing non-stop.
Rastafari.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I love that one. I love everything what he was doing on the stage. If you can think of anything that you feel to talk about right now, we're going to give the power to the people because the people is here.
Bruh, just keep listening to reggae music because the message is there.
Yes.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's empowering.
It's empowering.
Yeah, man, so, yeah. What's hidden from the wise and prudent should be revealed to the bait and the suckling.
Thanks and praise.
You understand? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The message is there, man.
Yes, Father. Yeah.
Keep loving reggae music.
Keep loving reggae music.
Yes.
Very good thing you're talking about there. So now we had a little of a talk about Afrobeat, like Afrobeat take over reggae, and there was the next brother who went to Jamaica and said that reggae is African. And I kind of like have my opinion about that, but I'd like to hear what you got to say, really. Afrobeat, reggae being African, and what's going on. Are we there where we're talking about whether man is man, woman is woman, or I mean,
every generation people try to rewrite the thing and change the titles, you know, and the song might change a little bit, but you know, basically, it's coming from the black is, you know, it's African. Okay, the thing about reggae is a product of the African meeting, like the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Just like how, like samba, it's the African meeting, like the North Coast of South America.
Yeah.
Right. And it festa, and they call it samba. When African meet the people of Colombia, they call it cumbia. When the African meet, because each country, each state joined from black people from different parts of Africa. Like some might be from Yoruba, some might be from Ashanti, and some might play the drum like, some might play the drum like, you know, one drop. So it depends. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's not an argument whether or not it's from Africa. It is African. But when it blend, depends who it blend with, it might have different strands. Like calypso, like mento. So it's all different. It's not argument. We're all African.
I say Sparky Rugged.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Definitely. Full 100.
100%. But then how I've always wondered, how do the accents get, like, what makes the Brazilian phrases, gives it that special, the way you can hear that's a Brazilian phrase. And if you listen to, even if you listen to calypso, so you can hear that that's Trinidad.
Again, it depends on where
what makes
the majority of people, like Brazil, the majority of black people who ended up in Brazil came from Yoruba. Now, if you go to Bahia in Brazil, you find most of the people in Bahia came from Yoruba, which is like Nigerian. If you go to Jamaica, a lot of people them are Ashanti. Ghana, you see. So, you know, and it's mix up. Trinidad and so, yeah. Some coming from different things. Shango, you know, and the blend. So, you know, because Africa is a big place.
Very big.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and some people come from here and so, you know, but yeah, it can't all be the same, really.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when people in some islands start to play reggae, like Virgin Island, it's sung different from the reggae in Jamaica. You know?
So do you feel reggae is reaching the youths in London? You know, London's been...
Not these days, no.
Does it stand a chance to get through to them, or the gone?
Yeah, it stand a chance. It's down to the media. The media,
so?
yeah, the media in London, the BBC and Capital and all that. For years, for decades, they've been fighting reggae. They don't want reggae to come over to the youths. I don't know why. But for years, they would take everything except reggae. And it's the same thing going on now, same fight that was going on 40 years ago.
Because that has been like on the pie chart. If you look at how the income is distributed, you'd find the different percentages. Reggae is non-existent almost in the percentage on the pie charts of the whole economy. And that's one question. But there's a lot of revenue that disappears when you don't want to acknowledge music like that and it's still selling. All that. Is reggae the genre that has suffered the most in that?
Well, I don't know if you could measure sufferation, but you know, if you're on the outside, you're on the outside. I don't know if you could measure it. And believe me, me know people who could sing very good and write very good songs that never earn. I don't want to swear. Never earn a friggin' cent from them.
Nothing.
And yet, if you hear them sing, hear them write songs, your mouth would drop open. You think, genius. Never earn nothing. And at the same time, you know people who can't sing, can't play, can't do nothing, who are millionaires from it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a strange business. And it can't be measured. You could put it down to luck. You could put it down to brains.
So it's not really about the music as such. It's more about something else.
It's music business, as you said.
Yeah.
Business of music.
The business of
Some
music.
people either catch on the business.
Yeah. But whatever you market can work. I mean, because if people are impressed by a singer, they're impressed by a singer. There's no way around that.
No, they're not even impressed. I think it's what people hear. It's what people know. I don't think. To be honest, these days in particular, I don't think the song got much to do with anything. I don't think so.
What's that? That sounds interesting.
No, I think it's marketing and the ability.
Right. Yeah. Psychology.
Yeah.
If you ain't got a team behind, a team behind you, it's stuck.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do nothing.
You don't stand. You don't stand a chance.
But I mean,
you could be the worst singer in the world with the crustiest voice. You could end up big on all the charts. It's nothing at all to do with the ability to sing.
Well, Bobby Brown, he said two can play that game, so what can we do, like, to kind of like, you know, because it looks like a game now. The game's on. They're a team and we're next team, ball. Well, what can we do? What kind of ball can we play?
Whoever run the business and understand the business will score from the business. If you don't understand the business.
Is that a thing that's going to be limited to the artist or a thing that must spread out to the rest of the community so everybody takes part in it? Well, because it looks like the artists are standing alone, and many times when artists talk about this or whatever, any complaint, people kind of like look at them, so, you know, you can almost hear say, get a proper job going on behind it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but what's a proper job?
It's not out there where everybody understands why you're legit.
What is a proper? You see, you're supposed to take your work of art, whatever your work of art is, and if you're good at that, you're supposed to earn a living from it. And that's a proper job.
Yes.
Because
that's what I'm saying, that
special.
when you have any complaints or any ideas or such, how do we spread that out so that people kind of like understand that actually it's the singers and players of instruments who are going on before, really? You know,
well, I don't even know if it's a matter of letting the people understand, because the truth is, the same forces that encourage slavery and exploitation of a mass of people and have it known as slavery, is the same strategy,
same structure
that keeping down the music business, that keeping down certain people within the music business.
And ironically, reggae with all its message and everything is kind of like also being exposed and is
but you know
complicit in it.
The people who are supposed to listen to the message don't listen to the message. They don't
listen to the message.
You feel let down by the listeners?
Well, no, but they just don't hear it. the people who's supposed to listen to the message and learn.
It's like they can't hear it.
Ah, okay. So, okay, I get you. Yeah.
They don't listen.
Yeah.
You know, you could talk to them about Punani and they'd listen to that.
Yeah.
You start to talk to them about something serious and they don't want to know.
They don't want to know.
No.
They can't do nothing.
And yet, it would benefit them more if they were to listen.
But still the reggae goes through. Like the man was saying that vinyls never really went away and people are still coming.
People still buy vinyls.
Oh, yeah. It had this period. So it had its
people, right? Yeah.
Well, it's had this period between, it had this period because between like 1999 and 2009, vinyl wasn't selling.
No.
A lot of people throw away the vinyl. A lot of places sell up the pressing plants. I know.
And that happened in Jamaica too?
Especially Jamaica. I know at least 10, 12 pressing plants in Jamaica that no longer exist. I think it's only, what do they have, Tough Gang still have a pressing plant. Everybody else sell up because it wasn't happening. And people thought it's gone.
Digital age.
Yeah. And they thought CD coming in and digital coming in. But what happened? It's a funny world. The stone that the builder refuses is the stone that become the head of the cornerstone.
I definitely felt it when I held Chronix's album, the cover and everything. You know, that was the first new album I'd held in the vinyl. You know,
which was probably made in England or made in the States. It wanted to be made in Jamaica.
Okay. But actually holding a record as opposed to getting the music digitally and everything, that was quite an experience.
It's good to have the physical copy.
Yes. So how often are you on the road and touring? Is this?
A lot of road.
A lot of road?
Yeah. A lot of road.
Is it tough though?
It's work.
It's work.
You embrace it when you got to do it.
Yes.
You embrace it.
What's next after Copenhagen?
Well, boy, for me it's Gloucester and then Costa Rica.
You say it just like that?
That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. And I'll be on the road with him.
Yeah, that's it.
And we're going Gambia again.
Yeah,
Gambia?
Gambia,
I was in Gambia.
I love Gambia.
I was in Gambia last month.
Yes. When are you going to Gambia?
It's supposed to be March.
Early March, yeah.
Early March.
Gambia is a fertile ground for reggae. You know?
Yes.
5.5 hours from London. And,
yes.
You feel at home there.
Beautiful.
Good taste of
what
Africa.
Is, yeah. Yes. Have you been to Christiania before?
No.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Several times.
In the daytime as well, like taking it in and...
Yeah, I know the vibe, yeah.
You know the vibe? You have enough people you recognize around here?
Well, you know, the first time I come here, I discovered a girl who ended up big here, actually. In fact, I must dig up her tune. A girl named Natasha.
Yes, that's the truth.
I came with the same guy, Super Mike.
Yes.
Me and Maccabee, we came, it was 1990, I think. And Natasha came to us during some check and said she wanted to join the show. And she joined the show. And then we kept in touch. I bring her to London to record her, take her to Belgium, and we carried on recording. And in the 90s, she started to catch on. She went to Jamaica, she caught on. So, you know, I kind of got to know the places. But unfortunately, she died just as she was catching on.
Yes, international.
Yeah, but beautiful person.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very well loved here. Everybody has memories of her.
Yeah, because
I saw a picture of her on the wall out there.
Yeah, she was
a small girl.
But she was right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Natasha's side.
Yes, that's Natasha. She was quiet, but You could feel her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great girl.
I remember a year before she came, a year before she died, she came and she did about 4 recordings for me. Again in London.
Yes.
My studio.
All right. Yeah.
And one of those was, 45 questions.
Okay.
And next one, Jamaica, sweet Jamaica.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike was involved because, you know, she knew Mike and
Yes.
you know, we were all connected, man.
Mm. So it's almost a home, Christiania.
Well, it's got its moments.
Yeah,
if you smoke a lot, it's a great place. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the smoke is good. Good quality smoke.
Thanks and praise. You're going to stay a while to see Christiania, or you're on your way?
Boy, we're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're leaving tomorrow.
To Costa Rica?
No, back to London.
Back to London.
Yeah.
Next week I got to do some pantomimes as well. I do pantomimes as well.
Panto what?
Pantomime. I act as well.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a Jamaican play called Regarella.
Regarella?
Yeah, it's the Cinderella, but it's the Jamaican version of.
Go on.
So I've got the 11th, 10th, 11th, and 12th to do.
Which theatres?
There's one in BBMC. We've got to do BBMC, and then we've got to go to, is it called Catford? It's
the Catford.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a thing there with the sister. I did one we did back in the day, all the artists, Michael Jackson, James Brown. I was in doing Bob Marley and some years doing different Sam Cooke and everything. I like it. So this pantomime, is it mainly a black crowd that come to see it?
Yeah, mix.
I'll see.
Mix.
See, and it goes down well.
Yeah, man. Sell out. It's always a sellout.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're having your time of your life, Rasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Give thanks and praise. Well, we won't keep you too long now. I think we've basically covered
thank you.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, man. Time flies. Almost 7 o'clock.
Think about something.
No.
If you do think about something in the last minutes, just let us know. Otherwise, we need to get ready for.
No, we just need to go and rest, go and eat something and rest and get ready for tonight, man.
Yeah,
get ready for tonight.
Yeah.
So we can expect a tribute to Natasha as well. How is that?
I don't know. I have to see later because it's Bob Marley night.
Yes,
but we have to see.
Rastafari.
We have to see. Yeah.
Nice. Give thanks. Thank you so much for joining us, and everybody, thank you for joining us back there. And let's go to the stage and get the show going.
Yes.
Are you ready? Well, as you know, this is a celebration of Bob Marley's birthday, okay? So we're gonna celebrate. We kick off with some special remix. In a dubwise style.
If you listen carefully, now you will hear such a natural mystic, I'm blowing through the air. It's such a natural mystic, 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 mystic.
Yeah, man, natural mystic blowing through the air. Different kind of music.
There's a natural going through the air. Yeah. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. Yeah. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. I won't tell no lie. One and all reality, yeah. Though I try to find the answers to all the questions they ask, yet we know it's impossible to go living through the past. Don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. I can't tell no lie. If you listen carefully, now you will hear such a natural mystic, I'm blowing through the air. Such a natural mystic. Though I try to find the answers to all the questions they ask, yet we know it's impossible to go living through the past. You will hear, 'cause there's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Ooh, yeah. Well, all right, well, gentlemen, I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, jamming, and I hope you like jamming too. Ain't no rules, ain't no vow, we can do it anyhow. I and I will see you through, 'cause every day we pay the price for the living sacrifice. We're jamming till the jam is through. We're jamming. The thing that jamming was the thing of the past. We're jamming.
We're dubbing.
And I hope the jam is gonna last. No one can stop us now, we need to beg, but we will bow. Neither can be bought nor sold. You all defend the right, judge our children must unite. Oh, life is worth much more than gold. We're jamming, 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 jamming. And we're jamming in the name of the Lord. We're jamming, 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 jamming. We're jamming right straight from the heart. Singing, Holy Mount Zion, Holy Mount Zion. Just see that in Mount Zion, it rules on.
reggae music, Bob Marleys, see? We're gonna pay respect to the people laid it before us. Big up Bob Marley, I read my sense, I'll never leave it. Right, hey yo, we're jamming, we're keeping it coming. The vibes that we're bringing will never be done. So big up my brother, my sister, my agent, my family, my friends and my dogs. The people be loving the vibes that we're bringing. They're jumping, they're stacking, they're dancing, they're singing. In the name of the Lord, wow, wow. The vibes is reggae magical, music international. Ready love the wine and all, wow, wow. We keep it motivational, and we keep it natural. Ready love the wine and all, wow, wow. The truth you can't hide is comes on you to decide. Seek and you will find, because the truth will free. A man will be the truth, will be the price, will even be the sacrifice. But no, we see the light, and we are still behind the right, the right, the way, the right, the time, and face the trouble and the strife. I know we realize the one, the truth is realize. The truth they can't deny, they can't disguise, and make them lies. They can't stop churching, it's alright. Yo, yo, we're telling me, we're keeping it coming. The Bible, we're never going to the big of it, the system, the people been living the best, but we're in the trouble, and that's what I'm saying. In the name of the Lord, wow, wow, yo.
I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming.
The story of the tell, capable and amplified. Cause long time them a fool in a mel. Revolutionary lyrics official. We run Babylon, we analyze what they tell. We're ringing the alarm and testify a bell. We have to wake the people up the foot of the spell. Cause long capable of the people living in a hell. Well, from ridicule and the crew. We see your Babylon and try to rasta flow. But we never find a way. Some means, some hour, to survive the drought. And get the message out, well. Yo, we tell them we keep it coming. The Bible, we never break on it. The big of my system, the eyes and the fire, the place of my dogs. The people been loving the best and the rhythm, the trouble, the blast and the scratch and the say, in the name of the Lord, wow, yo.
I hope you like a jamming tune.
We're dubbing. I wanna dub it with you. We're dubbing. I wanna dub it with you. Dubbing. Yes. Christiania special Bob Marley show. This is where we double and mix and remix. Yeah, man.
I wanna love you, treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together. The roof right over our heads, we'll share
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. And you know, if Brother Bob was still alive now, he would be 78 years. Yeah, man. Big loss to the world of music and the world of reggae. Very big loss. But, you know what? We got the next generation coming up. Check this, check this.
Out in the street, they call it further.
Welcome to Jam Rock, Jam where the thugs and jam back. To go now we did a van back. In a your handbag, John up, suck it in a your backpack. This melody your girlfriend contact. Some boy not know this, them only come out like tourists. On the beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories. Up house like them name Chuck Norris. And down on the real hardcore, sandals and up back to. The third step we do where them got to. I won't think twice to shot you. Don't make them spot you, and let you carry. Welcome to Jam Rock, Jam where the thugs and jam back. To go now we did a van back. In a your handbag, John up, suck it in a your backpack. This melody your girlfriend contact. Some boy not know this, them only come out like tourists. On the beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories. Up house like them name Chuck Norris. And down on the real hardcore, sandals and up back to. The third step we do where them got to. I won't think twice to shot you. Don't make them spot you, and let you carry guns and lock you. I'm here to think to want you. Cause the last old man them pop off and block off traffic. Then we learn pop off and them start traffic. We been pile down and it a beat from it. Police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some say them a play a boy rap it. Only man a get chopped like a bad topic. Son of a the post of tip your counterfeit. God and a sound stands alone in the streets of glory. So make a fussy only glory and think that the same old story. And someday surely he
up, and just to remind you that we are from a label called Ariwa. Ariwa! Yeah, man. You could see A-R-I-W-A. And Ariwa means communication, alright? So when you speak Danish or Spanish, it doesn't matter. You will understand what's going on. Alright. Warrior style. Check this.
Calling all the warriors. Cause this a warrior style. Dang 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 dang, this a warrior style. I am Bingy Kunta Kinte warrior style. Dang 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 dang, this a warrior style. When them your rhythm come down, when you hear them tune up on some big heavy sound, I vibrate the wall and I shake up the ground. Moving in your body, it a shake every bone. Even if we move, if you're made out of stone, we keep them a feel it and I run out of town. Things say a tsunami, them think a cyclone. All I share the Vatican, way down around. Babylon a weep and mourn. This a warrior style. Dang dang digga digga dang dang, this a warrior style. I am in the Congo Nati warrior style. Dang dang digga digga ding dang, this a warrior style. Yo, them a run, see the cookie a run, see the cookie a run. When the warrior come, when I come with a knife, when I come with a gun, we come with two gun right and a fire for bun. From the city when I beat the drum, and the warrior style has just begun. Back to the bun, we no wanna run, keep the Babylon fun, and we don't want done. So we not ease up, and we not go done, no we not go done. Until the battle is won, and the table a turn, and we not go done. Get it rhythm, we run right up on the tongue. So we talk to the people, that's what they say, up to give thanks for the moon, stars and the sun. With the president of the land, that oxygen, we have been talking from come. This a warrior style. Dang 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 dang, this a warrior style. I have been the Kunta Kinte warrior style. Dang 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 dang, this a warrior style. But then your style make you walk like a warrior. Then your style make you talk like a warrior. Then your style come to break down the barrier. Then your style make no wicked can't hurry ya. Then your style man them powerful and follower. Then your style man the real vibes carrier. Operator bring some more fierce what I so saw. You can't take it then I know me sorry for. But then your style and them the warrior style. Dang dang digga digga dang dang, this a warrior style. I am in the Kunta Kinte warrior style. Dang dang digga digga dang dang, that's the warrior style. Cha, got the music of the king. Certain forces it a bring. When you sing on them rhythm, no foolishness you can't sing. People moving, people grooving, people stretching every limb. Some are stepping, some are skanking, chuck it better than the gym. Giving eyes is unto him, the ever faithful and living. Every sound of the drum you hear, it is an African thing. Fighting against the system, now go stop until we win. If you are warrior, then step right in. That is a warrior style. Dang dang digga digga dang dang, this a warrior style. I have been the Nati Congo warrior style. Listen Macabino with the warrior style. But then your style make you dance like a warrior. Jump and cross like a warrior. Come and make me move like a warrior. Then you want me groove like a warrior. Cha, cha. Them a run, see the wicked a run, see the wicked a run. When the warrior come, when I come with a knife, when I come with a gun, we come with two gun right and a fire for bunch. From the symbol and beat the drum, for the warrior style has just begun. Long time we run, we don't wanna run, keep the Babylon fun, and we don't want no trouble, we not ease up, and we not go done. Now go down till the battle is won, and the table a turn, and we not go done. Here the rhythm a run right up on me tongue, so we talk to the coolest, for the young, we need thanks for the moon, stars and the sun. With the breath in our lung, that's oxygen, we have been our kingdom crown with the warrior. Your style.